All right, welcome back to my YouTube. My name is Coach Zakiya Robinson, and what I want to bring to you today is talking about 6 signs that you may possibly have dealt with some type of abuse in your lifetime, or that you're currently going through some abuse in your lifetime. All right. For me, when I was dealing with narcissistic abuse, I did not recognize half of these signs because I didn't even know they existed. I didn't even know I was dealing with someone who had narcissistic personality disorder. I just did not know. So let's make sure we do first thing first. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share button at the end of this video, and let's get right into it. Again, my name is Coach Zakiya Robinson, and I am a coach. I'm not a therapist. I am not a counselor, so I do not prescribe medications or anything like that. But what I do is I help you to identify the issues and the problems by asking you the questions and allowing you to look at things from a different angle and a different view. And also, I can mentor you to help you stay on that track and that path that you set, okay? That is the important part, is that you set the goals, you set where you're trying to accomplish, and we work from there, all right? Let's go with the signs, okay? Because that's what this is all about. This video is about signs that you are possibly dealing with some type of abuse and you are going to need to seek help, all right? Sign number 1 is that you may neglect your hygiene. You may not feel, when you're going through depression and stress and anxiety and feeling lost and confused, you tend to let yourself go. You may not feel pretty. You may not feel handsome and attractive. You may not feel like you want to get yourself up and put on nice clothes. You may just feel like, this is a sweats day. I want to put on sweats. I want to put on a ball cap hat, a baseball hat, and I just don't want to be bothered. And that is going to be my wardrobe until I get out of this depression. Those are signs that you are dealing with something, especially if that's not the normal you. All right, number 2, what we talk about is the weight loss and weight gain. A lot of people, when they're going through it, and for myself, I want to speak for myself. When I was going through a phase of depression, I lost a lot of weight. I barely ate. I did a lot of drinking. I did some sleeping pills to help me sleep at night so that I didn't think about the things that I was going through. But the thing is, I was 120 pounds. I am now sitting at about 153. So that weight change for me was dramatic and drastic. And I just remember going home and people seeing me, they just be like, you are super skinny. But I didn't see that. I just saw me as me. I saw me as like, they don't know what they're talking about. I did not recognize that I have lost so much weight. And so some people, when they're going through things, they're either going to eat a lot or they're not going to eat at all. So that is one big way of knowing that you are dealing with something, is when your weight begins to fluctuate like that, okay? Number 3 is your sleep pattern seems to change. Either you're not getting enough sleep because you're sleeping, you're not able to sleep because of the thoughts and so much is just going on, and you're just have so much anxiety and so many things that your body is feeling, you end up not getting enough sleep. And then you have some people who sleeps too much, where they barely get out of the bed and they're not able to function at all. So that is another significant way to know that you are going through something that you need to get ready to get control of and begin to get your focus back. Another way is number 4 is your decrease in your work. If you're in school, whatever you're doing, your performance begins to decrease and you're no longer performing the way that you should be performing. And people around you, they begin to notice it. Your boss, they begin to pull you in and say, hey, you're not performing right. You're missing points and keys and things that you need to be hitting. You're being forgetful. You're being late. And you begin to recognize, like, I am being late. I am slacking. I'm not being the person that I was, okay? All right, number 5 is I want to talk about is your mood swings. You begin to have mood swings. One minute you're happy, next minute you're sad, next minute you're emotional, next minute you're depressed, all right? It's like one of those phases when you lose somebody or lose a family member and you're like up and down. Your emotions are never stable when you're going through this. 1 minute, especially if you're in an abusive relationship, you may be happy that you left this person. But then next minute, you're thinking about a little bit of the good times that you did had, and the what ifs. What if this would have worked? What if we would have went to counseling? What if this? And you begin to think about all of these. You begin to have all of these emotions, which also ties into you not getting any sleep, okay? Then it ties into you not eating because you're just so much is on your mind, okay? So you begin to have so many different emotions, and your emotions are never stable. Okay. Number 6 is you begin to withdraw yourself from family, from relationships, from people, from activities, from church, from things that you really used to enjoy. You're now withdrawing yourself from it, and you have no more interest. You don't want to be around people. You just want to be left alone. You just go through your daily routines, work. If you have kids, then you get your kids, and then you're back home, and then it's like you just do the same routine every day with no emotions. You're just living day by day by a thread. So I really hope that this information helped you today. These were 6 signs that you are dealing with something that you need to begin to get help and seek help for. I want to say for me, my true healing came from when I turned my life over to Jesus. That was the best thing that I could have ever done. I gave my life to him. I received deliverance. I received healing. I went to actual counseling through a church counselor, and then I began to just do little things. So that is exactly how I got into what I'm doing now, because I want to pour into someone where I wish I would have got poured into. I wish I would have had more information on. So again, this is also how I got into coaching, because I wish I had someone right alongside of me that could help push me and to help hold me accountable to what I needed to be doing, and to be there so I can call and text and say, hey, I'm feeling this way. Hey, what is this sign? Why am I going through this? And actually have somebody hold me accountable and be able to speak to. Unfortunately, counselors and therapists, they charge you by the hour. They charge you by each call. They charge you by each text. You are getting charged like they are attorneys. And with me, with a life coach, yes, I do charge a fee when it's coming to the one-on-one sessions, but I'm not going to charge you a fee for a text to ask me a question, or to ask, or for a phone call to ask me a quick question. No, that is something that I think should be given for free, because people may have that dying need at that moment, and they're like, well, I don't have the money, so I just can't get the help. And the thing is, there is help available. You just have to find it. All right. My name again is Coach Zakiya Robinson, and I hope you hit that like and that share button. I really hope that this blessed you today. So let's be whole, let's be healed, and let's buckle down to what is causing the issue. And I pray that you have a blessed and glorious day of wherever part of the world you're at.